This is Saturday, May the 17th or 18th or something like that. This is this year's attempt at watermelons. Last year I planted them in this container right here, and this year I switched them on over to this one. These are the orange glow, and they're supposed to be uh, orange or yellow on the inside, and a good sized watermelon. I think it's in the 20-pound deal. I've got some giant jalapeno pepper plants right there, and over here. And then I have all kinds of volunteer tomatoes. So, heck, I didn't even plant tomatoes because I got so many volunteers, it was ridiculous. And you can see where they're at right there. Over here, I have some peppers. I'm not exactly sure which ones they are. I lost track of it. Right here, we got some zucchinis. Right there, I found out that if you plant a zucchini and let it run in the ground, if it gets um, a worm or whatever that starts eating the inside of it, at least the part that touched the ground will end up developing roots, so you won't kill the plant totally. But if you put it in a trellis or climb it up something to where it only has one root, which is the main one, if it gets in there and it kills that, the whole plant's gone. But if you allow it to creep along and develop roots on each on one, at least one or many of the offshoots, you got, even if part of it gets killed by the boar or whatever, then it will continue going. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. uh, I just didn't fall off the turnip truck, but apparently I did. I thought I was planting something else, and I ended up planting turnips. And there's a cabbage hidden in there amongst that too. I got more peppers, and again, lost track of exactly what peppers they were. And but they'll let me know once they start flowering or putting out fruit. More turnips, and also more cabbage. All of this right here. And then uh, I have some lettuce right here. And as you can see, this is about the third or fourth cropping I've had of that. More turnips. Lordy, lordy. Some carrots and onions. Some basil. Some basil and some uh, what they call rose moss. You can see one of them flowering right there. Over here, we got some cucumbers. There you go. Cucumbers. Some of them are. I've gotten two of them, two good sized ones off of them so far, but those were the early ones, and it's all coming along little by little. And these things seeded themselves right there, and they're sunflowers. So I let them go at it and see what happens. This right here is the ghost. So that's going at it. Over here we got the reaper. And moving along, more sunflowers. Why? And then this one reseeded itself. As you can see, all along here. And here are my other watermelons. Here are my other watermelons. This ones are the tender sweet. Tender sweet, and I think they also happen to be yellow or orange on the inside, and they're supposed to be large watermelons. This is another uh, orange glow, like the two out front. And right here, I planted cantaloupes last year, and this year I decided to plant the uh, what they call them, the small baby whatever watermelons in here. There you go, sugar babies. And I got 3 of them right here, and I've got cantaloupe plants growing around it on the other tier. So I'm just gonna let it go and see what happens. My next door neighbor gave me um, some corn. There was a black friend of his gave it to him and stuff like that, and I got the seeds, and I've got a row going there. I got another one going right there, and then I got 2 more right here that are a little bit behind those ones. And I've got some bean plants growing here and there. Over here, more volunteer tomato plants. Right here, more cantaloupe and another tomato plant. Likewise over here. One of the reasons that I'm planting them in containers like that is because my dogs like to irrigate it, and they have killed quite a few of my plants due to that, you know. Over here, cantaloupes. All along there, cantaloupes. And right here, this cabbage plant was from last year. So this year, quite early, it gave me two good sized cabbage heads. And I went ahead and got them. Right here underneath all this is another plant coming up right there, you know. So I got to work that around, and I'm just gonna leave it right there and see what it does. But like I said, all this right here are cantaloupes. Coming over here, this stuff right here, and it's kind of hard to see. Of course, you know, I've got sunflowers everywhere, but all these ones were also volunteers. When I was growing my inside crop, they volunteered, and so then I set them out here. But you can see how they all have, they all got fruit on them. Some of them have already ripened here and there, and so let me see if this will give us a better view of it. See all that right there? They all have fruits on them. What kind exactly they are, like I said, you know, they're just volunteers, but they look good. They look good. And see, this gives us a better view right there. This small plant, of all things, is probably the one that's going to give me the biggest tomatoes, because this one right here, I believe, is a brandy one. You can tell by the fruit, you know, how it's developing, and it's a good sized tomato. And my other watermelons, this one right here is a let me see what it is. Oh, here we go. A all sweet, and the inside of it's red. It's red, and the size of it's supposed to be also in the 20s. And over here, I've got 3 plants of the crimson red, right there, crimson sweet, whatever the heck. So that's pretty much, you know, what I'm growing this year. But anyway, you guys have a nice day.